Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my caster playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. This is episode number 4, being recorded on Sunday the 27th of May. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So, when we last left off, we just came back to Firelink, and we had just rescued our friend Laurentius. So let's say hello to Laurentius. Hi, friend.
Well, I see you made it out. Yeah, I made it out safely too. I have my Pyromancy of the Great Swamp, so I can usually manage with a bit of care. Oh yeah, by the way, I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need are the materials. I'll be pleased to help you. Unless you find the magic's unsavory.
So this is a trick question, because usually you answer yes when prompted by an NPC, but so he says, unless you find magic's unsavory. So we don't find magic's unsavory. So a double negative, but yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm sure that they'll be of some use, some assistance. Why, let's get started right now. Pyromancy is the art of casting fire. Produce flame, then channel it, just as our ancestors did. A pyromancer must be in tune with nature herself. My home, the Great Swamp, is an abundant store of nature. You will understand one day. It only takes time.
Did they add semicolons to the dialogue? Because that's the second semicolon I've seen today, and I don't seem to recall that being a thing in the original game. As a TA, someone who grades a lot of papers when I'm not on strike, semicolons drive me nuts, because often semicolons are used as a substitute for good sentence structure. They did a bunch of grammatical adjustments. Interesting. So my advice would be, don't ever use semicolons, because generally speaking, when you're using a semicolon, you'd be better off using a period and just having a full sentence, because semicolons are often used as a crutch in lieu of proper sentence structure. So yeah, random aside, but it's interesting that they actually changed the written dialogue.
Pyromancy has a, well, rather primitive aspect to it. It meshes poorly with advanced culture, and pyromancers are considered rather unsavory, which is fine, as I never got along with anybody anyway. So, for me, turning undead didn't change a thing.
So we talked about this in the context of Dark Souls 3 Let's Talk Lore. My way of mapping the real world onto this game, and vice versa, in terms of the difference between pyromancy, the pyromancy of the Great Swamp, and the sorcery of Sorcerers of Vinheim. We saw this in the previous episode with Griggs. He said that, wisdom is all there is, or something to that effect. And I noted that, well, yeah, unless that wisdom isn't universal, which it likely isn't. And, there's nothing in the text of the game or in the real world which says that the magic of Vinheim or the science of Western scientists is really inherently better or, inherently different from. Like, obviously, it's different, but not self-evidently superior to the pyromancy of the pyromancers of the Great Swamp or local knowledge. Universal knowledge, the supposedly universal knowledge of Western science, as with the sorceries of Vinheim, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you recognize that it's not all there is. So, yeah, that's kind of the parallel that I see here, but again, that has probably more to do with the fact that I'm writing a dissertation partially on that topic, so these are the things that are at the fore of my mind while I'm playing through these games.
A pyromancer's flame is a part of his own body. The flame develops right along with his skill. Oh, sorry. You're a pyromancer yourself. You already know this.
So very interesting. Because the only other time in this game I ever did a pyromancy build, it was a much like we're going to make this one, a Daughter of Chaos build. I sort of skipped through his dialogue and didn't realize that his dialogue is actually different. Because he doesn't give us a pyromancy flame. Because we already have one. And he just said, well, you're a pyromancer yourself, so of course. Of course you know this. My apologies.
A pyromancer's flame is a part of his own body. The flame develops right along with his skill. Oh, sorry.
Although it is a shame, because there's a nice aspect to what he says when you're not a pyromancer, and that is, the flame I gave you, when I gave you that flame, I gave you a part of me. Please take good care of it. And I love that, like, yeah, Laurentius' dialogue, I'll agree with everyone in the chat earlier, I love Laurentius. Laurentius is great. Which is going to make it all the more tragic when we unfortunately have to put him down later in the playthrough. Alright, oh, thank you, I've been waiting for combustion. Oh my gosh, combustion's so great. Okay. We definitely need more souls, because it would be nice to have Fire Orb, but we don't need it. We also don't need Iron Flesh or Flash Sweat. But we will upgrade our Pyromancy Flame. So I'm wondering if someone can answer a question for me. Someone in the chat noted yesterday, or sorry, on Friday. I'm sorry, Long Johns McGee. Someone noted that upgrade level is tied to PvP matching now, in the same way that it is in Dark Souls 3. And so I'm wondering, I suppose we don't need to kill him, but we can't talk to him. Yeah, well said, Vitosh. Yeah, like, if we don't talk to him, or if we don't let him know about the Great Swamp, about where we got the pyromancy that we did, then, you know, he'll be upset, but he'll be alive. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. But, yeah, hopefully there's not a riot.
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
Come back if you find anything new. See, he wants us to... Oh, rip. Sorry, Laurentius. Okay, so we need to attune magic. Oh, I guess we don't need to go to Andre. Although maybe we should, because then we can get our thing to +3. So let's go do that. Where are all your friends, friend?
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady. I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life.
I think if we proceed and ring the next Bell of Awakening, then we will lose our opportunity to see patches in the catacombs. Which is unfortunate, but I do want to get the get Quaelag's Fury Sword as soon as possible. So that's why we're going to just disregard that one encounter with patches. And go speak to Andre instead. Still closed. Hi, friend.
Why, that's a fine ember you have there. I could smith some mighty weapons with one of those. Why not lend it to me? I see. 'Tis a pity.
Sorry, friend.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there. Why, that's a fine ember you have there. I could smith some mighty weapons with one of those. Why not lend it to me?
Yes, we are, Long Johns McGee.
Magnificent! You won't be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
It's so strange that Andre is like the only character ever in the Dark Souls games to actually move his lips while we're talking to him. It is quite odd. Yeah, Andre's not quite as hard. He's not hardened.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Alright. We only have 2 homeward bones left, which means that we're gonna have to run back to Firelink, which sucks, but Quelaag's sister's lips now also move when you speak to her with the Witch's Ring. Very interesting. I ironed out everything prior to starting the stream today. Although, in my defense, the issues we were having were issues that I, while playing offline, or while not... Whoa! That was a nice jump there, Fred. While playing offline, they're not really issues that you can detect. Or, while not streaming, I should say, not while playing offline. Because when I output the files, all the audio is there, but when I was streaming, that was not the case. I love that one bow-wielding hollow, because it's just so ineffectual. So thankfully, since we dealt with the butchers last time, we don't need to worry about doing that again. No, I didn't want to lock onto him. Get wrecked. We're actually a pyromancer now. Oh no. That's bad. Hey, you don't want to mess with the torch-wielding ones. Thankfully, this one doesn't have the greatest aim. The extra damage we're doing with the Morning Star is a nice plus. Hunter M, we're gonna be using Quelaag's Fury Sword, which I think is about as appropriate a melee weapon you can get for a Daughter of Chaos build. Because we're not just doing a Pyromancer build, but also a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia themed Pyromancer build, or a Daughter of Chaos build. In that, I suppose, in the lore of this playthrough, Sweet D Reynolds, is herself a abomination Daughter of Chaos who was affected by the attempt of the Witch of Islip to recreate the First Flame. Still the same old Dark Souls camera. For better and worse. So again, we already freed Laurentius. Imminent rolling. Need rolling. I don't know why I feel like I'm missing something, but we already got... Oh, because we could have taken the alternative path. The alternate path where the large ember is. There's like a chute you can fire down, but... This is, of course, a trap here. No. Forgot about you. I spent during my Dark Souls 1 playing career an absurd amount of time in this hallway up here, farming large Titanite shards and green Titanite shards. No. And yet I'm still no good at avoiding that. So because we have the master key, we can just go right in here. Otherwise, you'd have to find the key elsewhere in the level. That scared the bejesus out of me. I do love how you see them sort of transition from, you know, what their build actually looks like to that shadow representation of it. Is there any way to get to Blighttown early without the master key Undead Berg skip? I don't think so, Long Johns McGee. Naughty meatmen must be cleansed with flame. That's what I get for reading the chat while throwing the fireball. So let's see if we can get a drop or two. Because we would have 4 humanity, 4 soft humanity on our persons, so... at the very least, we have a little bit of item discovery. Oh, friend. Is that what did I miss? What's going on in here? No. You know what I'm going to do? Just because we're not summoning right now anyway, I'm going to remove my password. I think that's why we're not seeing any signs. You know what? I wonder whether the password is affecting invasions. Like, you know, maybe we're not getting invaded a whole lot because we have a password on. Which would be weird if that were a thing. Yeah, but you, Ash, you can't go to the Valley of Drakes unless you have the Master Key. You need the Master Key to get to the Valley of Drakes, so... although I suppose it's either that, or... you would have to go to Darkroot first. So you could go to... yeah, that's true, Ash. But you still have to complete an area or 2 first, right? Oh, thank you. If I had a thank you carving, I would throw it right now. But in lieu of that... hold on, in lieu of that... thank you. That was terrible. Firelink Shrine, Taurus Demon, go by Andre, Darkroot Basin, down the path by the Dark Knight, Valley of Drakes. Still definitely not as quick as... thank you, Aaron, I appreciate that. Still not quite as quick as having the Master Key. I hope that you're having a fantastic day as well. But Dr. Lam Pagliacci? Okay, fair enough, Ash. My apologies for being so hasty and dismissing that possibility. Alright, let's get on with the area. So had we gone to the escape vent thing, where the large ember is, we would be able to do a plunging attack on that rat, but as it stands, that's not happening. No problem. I'm sorry that I didn't get it bang on. Yeah, in terms of, you know, the actual role-playing aspect of this build, I would have been much better served, to be sure, getting the Witch's Ring. But what are you gonna do? No! I really do love combustion. These are some very passive rats. I've also killed these rats like a bajillion times. So that's the key we would have needed to open the door. That we otherwise open with the master key. Key to the sewer chamber in the depths. In any community, a few bad apples are sure to exhibit insatiable greed. If they were turned undead and banished to the depths, would they reconsider their ways? Use this key to see for yourself. If you say so, Memtum. I wasn't looking at the screen, so that really scared me. I was like, what is this yellow orb coming towards us? Ooh, yeah, Dark Souls 1 Fight Club. That's an excellent idea. Yeah, this would be a good opportunity for us to do another pacifist run. I think that would be pretty cool. No, wrong spell. Get wrecked. Hello, Rolling Ewok. Oh, oh, oh. Ooh. No, dead. Oh, so close. So close. Alright. RIP. That was pretty bad. It's too bad that, unlike in Dark Souls 2, you can't control your casting speed. Unless I'm forgetting that possibility in this game. Oh, we should have kindled the bonfire. We only have 8 Estus. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder whether they actually adjusted things like that. I suppose it's entirely possible. That was bad. Yes, you can. There are items that affect your casting speed, and it's also governed, I think, by agility. So, as I mentioned to whoever that was in the chat earlier who was asking about Dark Souls 2, just as in Dark Souls 2, it might seem like you're unfairly getting hit when you've dodged things. The reason for that is likely that this person's agility wasn't nearly high enough. So again, we have another channeler here, so another agent of Seath the Scaleless. Why they're here in the depths, I'm not entirely sure. But they are. And you see the channeler buff the rats, which is bad news. Like, if you farted, the entire undead bird population comes barreling towards you. I've not yet done the undead bird, so I can't verify that, but I can. Given my experience with the game up to this point, that doesn't seem entirely implausible. But I'm certainly not complaining. I do find it interesting that they decided to change some of the things they did, but Chandler takes rats to the gym, they're buff. Touche, Sam Samuel. Are you trying to troll me? Is this a hole here? I can't remember. Oh, the range on this is dreadful. No! Oh, he's disappearing. That was weird. Oh! Okay. Hi. Why is he going ballistic? What are you doing, friend? Hi. Oh! Okay. Okay. I suppose that's why I generally did a plunging attack on this thing. So again, we were Gravelorded apparently, but I didn't notice any difference. No, that was our chance. Because if we could hit it with, whoa, with Red Tearstone active. Oh my god, it's way too fast for a rat of its size. It really is. I should have seen that coming. Nothing in New Game, Neo Lucky, but in New Game Plus, being Gravelorded means that I was indeed playing with fire there. In New Game Plus, it means that Black Phantoms spawn in the world, but you can be Gravelorded in New Game. So they changed that? I only really know how the Covenant works in theory, because it never really worked for me when I was playing Dark Souls 1, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, let's go do a plunging attack on the giant rat, because screw that thing. I've seen Gravelord red enemies before, but not yet in the remaster. I feel like I have at some point, but like, I imagine at the time I didn't have a clue what was happening. Like, why are there Black Phantoms in my world? And that even, you know, at the time I didn't even know that they were, to even describe them as Black Phantoms. Oh, come on. Silly dogs. Oh, you're still alive? I like that there's a pile of bodies here. Bones is more like it, but okay. No. Oh wow, I've never noticed that before. So I think it was Vodka Foley in the chat who mentioned that there's an axe in the rat's eye. I've never noticed that before. In all my hundreds of hours of playing Dark Souls 1. So good catch, Vodka Foley, if it indeed was you. Hello, Viana Hager. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. That Dex changes casting speed. Rip rat. So that's obviously how you're meant to deal with that encounter. There's also the spider shield near there, and both the axe and the spider shield come from the same starting build. Yeah, the bandit build. Very good, very apt observation, you guys. Did I miss the opportunity to get that item up there? Whoops. Try tears. Okay. Oh, this is spider shield. Okay. Yeah, whatever. We don't need it. Hello 2.0. Very much enjoying the remaster. Yes! We did it! I very rarely actually manage to do that. Manage to remember while I'm sliding down, wait, you need to go to the left here. No. Yeah, the fireball, you need to be so close anyway, you might as well just be using combustion the entire time. Oops. I do love me some combustion. Okay, where do we need to go from here? Is it here? Yeah, let's open the shortcut. Hello, food nipple. I might actually try that because I'm not having very good luck with lock-on. I'm not quite sure how we're going to handle... I'm not sure how we're going to handle Gaping Dragon. Hi, Shemai.
Hi, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Domhnall of Zena. I'm just, well, a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
So, gold pine resin, I think he only has 2, 3 of them. We'll buy 1. I've never quite understood why he has crystal stuff. A strange helm from the ancient land of Zena, birthplace of the curious dealer Domhnall. Domhnall. The 2 horns are believed to symbolize wisdom. The many metals are believed to symbolize glory on the armor. And the gold bracelets symbolize a vanquisher, while the inlaid silver rings on the boots symbolize an explorer. So explorer, vanquisher, glory, and wisdom.
Well, I'm certain we will make a good trade eventually, so I am willing to share some tips. If you see kindling in the catacombs, use divine weapons. That will repel the reassembling skeletons.
That's some wisdom right there.
I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
I already bought stuff from you.
Thank you. That was a fine trade. I have this funny feeling we'll meet again soon, and we'll make another fine trade, of course.
Yeah, I do recall, Theomany, I do recall someone posting a comment about that in one of the Let's Talk Lore videos. Can't recall specifically which one, though, and who it was who posted it. But I do remember seeing the image and being like, whoa, that's pretty crazy. So we want to trigger Kirk's invasion. Nice, humanity. Which is, I believe, right here. I like the little baby rats. They're as cute as rats in this game could possibly get, I think. Oh, there's a basilisk. There he is. You can see, oh, crud. See here, this is the remnants of another player who has been cursed, or who had been cursed by that fat roll, though. So we do 104 with the combustion well. No, that's bad. That's bad. No. 104, and this is 160, so we shouldn't be wasting combustion after parrying. At least not until we upgrade it a bit further. Oh my gosh, this is... Oh. So I've told this story before, but... Oh, see you later, Kirk. But it was in this very area where I almost quit. What are you doing? He's trying to lead me into the enemies, eh? You know exactly what pisses me off. Well done. Shield of the infamous Darkwraith Kirk, Knight of Thorns, covered with spikes. Can be used as a weapon. Sharp spikes cause heavy bleeding. That was amazing. I can't remember if there's anything really over here that is worth us coming up against a huge number of basilisks. Like, is that humanity or something? I can't remember. This is where we would have fallen had we not remembered to go to the right. Or to the left of that slide thing. Thank you for lining up for me, friends. Much appreciated. Ring of the Evil Eye, yeah. Okay, forget it. Not worth it. Okay, we might as well go back to the bonfire to replenish our spells. And maybe use some of these souls. Before we proceed to the boss. So he leaves after we're done with the Gaping Dragon, I believe. Invaded by a giant mom earlier today. I presume that person just did get the drop they wanted, so they're like, all right, might as well just go with it. Why is it that I remember something being over here? Unless it's on the, I think it's in the level below us. Yes. So had we not taken out the channeler, the boss would be buffed, which is not good. So it's a good thing that we took out the channeler. So we do have some other players here. Wolfrid and Soldado. And the other one is Solaire, of course. But we might as well try to solo the boss first, and then if that doesn't work, then we'll consider summoning Solaire. But again, yeah, this should be interesting because I've not, at any point... No, that's not correct. I have killed this with a caster build before, but a build that was much more ready to take on a boss like this. So we'll see. It's gonna take a while. Oh no. That's bad. Oh, I guess not the worst. Oh my gosh, so little damage. Friend? I wonder whether we... Oh, wow. Wonder whether we even have the damage to get the tail cut. Or if it's just like a running total. Oh, that's even worse. Whoa! What a roll. No. We rolled over its tail. Is it hanging off the ceiling for a sec when it jumps up there? Because like there's always a delay. No, it's... Oh, okay, it's flying. Cool. I've never actually looked up. Just flaps its wings a couple times. It hasn't puked on the floor yet, so I wonder whether that's exclusively a second phase thing. Hopefully we have enough magic to get us through this. No. Oh, come on. No. That's not much better. There's the puke. What? Thought we dodged that. Oh no. Whoa. Okay. Am I crazy, or should that be doing way more damage than it currently is? No, that's bad. That's bad. Because we only have 11 fireballs left. Gosh darn it. No! We're in no position to be wasting them. Oh, terrible. Oh, it's the is it the pyroman? Oh, it's the pyromancy flame that's at risk. What? I thought it was the Morning Star. Is that something the puke does? We're a bit too close to the edge for my liking here. I'm not sure that the Gaping Dragon's going to be in any way understanding of our plight. Maria Gray has noted in the chat that I've been too close to its butt. Ow. I'm trying to get the tail cut. I got the first couple of dodges with the tail attack, but I haven't been able to get it since. Thank you, Aaron. Shout out to Aaron for hooking us up with some humanity. So that, oh no. We have a little bit more healing in this boss fight, otherwise we'd be dead right now, I think. That's a bad spot, friend. Why don't you come out from the corner? Your punishment is over, it's okay. Is it like drinking the standing water there? If so, that's interesting. Thanks for the encouragement, Tim. No, I think Tim's right. Much too early there. Too close to the butt. Oh no. Shouldn't be using 2 R2s in a row. I don't think we have the endurance for that. It's gonna puke. Yes, we did it! Let's not let that get to our heads now. Because we still have a ways to go here. No, and we keep missing. Oh, that's grotesque. Getting greedy. Got greedy. Oh, okay, I did not know that. Thank you, Hunter M. I did not know that the head was the weak point. But we got this far, attacking the butt. Oh no, oh no. Wow. To be honest, I did not see us surviving that fight. Oh my gosh. It's the hard leather set. One of the starting sets. Thank you, everyone. Need lever, okay. I wonder where this is in terms of the game world. Like whether there's a spot where you can actually see this. Memitim, I can't art. That is a fair point. That is a fair point. Let's go back to the bonfire. So before we proceed to the depths, or sorry, before we go through the depths and into Blighttown, the front entrance to Blighttown, which I haven't done in ages and ages and ages, we're going to call it an episode there. So thank you all very, very much for joining us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.